Thank you, Arnold, for that great introduction. Can I start off with acknowledging His Excellency Malcolm McCusker, QCAO, Governor of Western Australia, and Mrs McCusker. Andrew Waddell, Member for Forestville, representing the Leader of the Opposition, and Jenny. Paul Miles, Member for Wanneroo and Shelley. Dr Penny Atkins, representing the Chief Scientist WA. And Dr Nick Tate, the National President of Australia Computing Association. Arnold Wong and the WAiTTA Chairman. David Clark, Chairman of Australian Computer Society in WA, and Paul Rozier, the Director General of the Department of Lands and Development. It's a great pleasure tonight that I welcome you to the evening of the 21st Western Australia Information Technology and Telecommunication Awards. I think this is probably the 5th year out of the last 7 that I've attended this award, and I love this award to come along every year if I can. And thank you for coming along and supporting and recognising the outstanding performance and contribution by members of the local information technology and telecommunication community. I'm sure we will all be overwhelmed by the fantastic achievements and all the winners in tonight's WAiTTA program. The ICT is a very important industry in its own right and is also supported by many other vital industries. For example, the ICT influences an evolution of mining industry in WA. Remote operation centres are increasingly being used to operate a range of remote activities taking place across the state from locations here in Perth. Through ICT, these remote operations control mining and sites, rail and port operations from over 3,000 kilometres away. Also, the emerging projects in the field of radio astronomy, as well as ongoing research and development in areas of computer science and state, is driven by a high demand of performance in computing. To meet this demand, the Pawsey Centre of a $100 million supercomputer facility was currently underway. The centre will link the state's university and a number of the science facilities which are once fully operational with the most powerful supercomputer in Australia. The state government and many other organisations and individuals are using the internet to move and more to deliver services and conduct businesses, but this is the need to look at in serious risk of security. Lucky Western Australia is the home to some of the world's best leading digital security groups and best cyber security experts. And these are just some of the examples of the important value of ICT and the digital technology ensuring the future growth of the state's economy. The state government has recognised this and committed to involving and services in these areas in order to deliver the expanding enhancement and service in Western Australia, no matter where you live or work. For example, the government has recently announced through Telstra and through royalties to regions some $39 million of regional funding to help the mobile network throughout the state. With the state government and Telstra will deliver $106 million in value for this project for new mobile service and community infrastructure across the state. And this will enhance the safety and convenience of people work and living in the regional Western Australia. A call for applications relating to the Innovation Capacity Development Program, Western Australia Business Online, was also recently announced, and this funding program forms part of the state government's initiative to support the industry and science and innovation and aims at the support of local business and industry in order to implement e-commerce and online economic activity. The state government is also proud to support the WAiTTA Awards and acknowledges the skilled people who design and build and operate and maintain the information networks and in this area, and also connect the support everyday functions. On behalf of the state government, I wish to congratulate you all here tonight on the winners and also the finalists. You are the ones that are driving innovation and transform those lives and delivering the solutions, and will address the major challenges facing our state. And for that, I sincerely thank you for your appreciation to be here tonight. The last year when I was here, members, or all of you here tonight, I did what a sort of call to arms. As a shadow, or I was in 2005 to 2008, the Shadow Minister for ICT. When I stood up here last year, I said to you that we need to actually make our industry a far more representative within government. And I asked you to give the call that we actually turn around and make the state government, or both governments, and I noticed that Andrew Waddell's here, and Andrew and myself are strong supporters of your industry. But the unfortunate part for our state government is that we actually lock away the ICT industry in a department called, or through the Minister, through Science and Innovation. I've always campaigned the fact that the ICT industry should be acknowledged with a minister with ICT in his title, and I do appreciate that sort of moved on. The federal government's looked at broadband and other issues, but I still here standing today and say, as an industry, you need to stand up. You employ something like 30,000 people throughout this state. You have a great industry out there. I think you need the recognition for government, and I'm happy to stand here tonight and support you in that campaign to make sure you get the recognition of a minister for ICT or something similar in that program. I stand by my words from last year and I do this year. I look forward to working with you to make sure we can give you recognition as you move forward. I can thank you for coming tonight. I'm great to be here.
Thank you very much, Tony, and thanks for your unstinting, unswerving support of the RCT industry. Ladies and gentlemen, it is football season, and always when we meet on a Friday night, people are sweating on the result of whatever game is on. I'm not going to tell you what game it's on. It was Hawthorn and Collingwood, I think it was. I just will tell you, though, that recently the Collingwood cheer squad returned from a visit to a bullet-riddled orphanage in Zimbabwe. It was a sort of a team-building thing. Here's a quote. "It certainly put our lives in perspective when you see the hopelessness and despair of these unfortunate people who have very little to look forward to in life," said Zoe Magumbo, age 6. It's always open season on Collingwood. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our door prize is dinner for 2 in the Hyatt Cafe restaurant, kindly donated by the Hyatt. If you look under your side plate, you will find a ticket which will indicate that you are a winner. We will turn up the lights. Okay, now, you all think you've won because you found a ticket, all right? Okay. But only this ticket has won, okay? It's an attention getter, that's what they call it in the trade. It's a black ticket. See? 2/3 of you are already very disappointed. It's a black ticket, it's C. Suddenly you're interested. C24, a black ticket, C24. And all the O's are, oh, I came so, what, just here. Come on up. Who's the winner? It's you? Wayne Fitzsimmons is the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause. Roundabout now, ladies and gentlemen, you need to be selecting your main course. Entree will be served shortly, and then we'll be back with the first of tonight's awards. Enjoy your entree. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The front table here is anxious to get on, so we'll crack on.